Okay, this is kind of a late video because I said there would be a little update on Monster Girl Doctor on Saturday, and it's basically fucking 30 minutes to midnight. Fucking hell. So yeah, I remember when I posted the Cringe of the Month on Monster Girl Doctor, I had only watched one episode, maybe two. And I thought I had seen the worst of it. The show, well, again, I cannot preface enough that anytime I talk about Monster Girl Doctor, it has its wholesome moments. It does. But the amount of crazy shit of sexual innuendos, sexual scenarios, crazy shit that happen in this anime are out the fucking roof, man. To give into detail, there's an episode where one of Miss Thessalia's, the centaur, one of her helpers injures her leg. So her other helper is losing her mind because she can't focus, but also has to work twice as hard. Okay, simple thing, have to help her clear her fucking head. What do? They blindfold her. That is normal. That is actually a way that people have that you can calm a horse down by shading their eyes, and I don't know why I demonstrate this. I just don't. But that's relatively normal. Then they give her a ball gag. No, not ball gag. A gag of a fucking bar. A bar gag. And fucking tie her up with the excuse, the reasoning for this BDSM looking shit, is to help her posture. Meanwhile, Dr. Glenn, who again is not perverted, he's doing his job as a doctor to help patients and help these people out. He's pulling on this while she's moaning to pull tighter. I thought that was the worst of it for that episode. No! Later in the episode, both the helpers named Lauren and... Fuck! Why can I not remember the name? I just watched this show. Kate! Lauren and Kate sandwiched this guy, saying they will do anything to help him marry their lady. And that if he does marry Miss Thessalia, they would be his helpers, he would own them as well. This is fucking... Someone has to fish with this show. I'm just gonna say that. It's so creepy. Weird. And in the previous episode of fucking... They're attacked by basically a bunch of people that hate the idea of monsters and humans living together in harmony. They hate this. So they attack Dr. Glenn's office, not knowing that Safi is there as a snake woman. I know they have a fucking labia, some shit like that. I don't remember. They get attacked at both there and the hiding place where they actually have kidnapped and sell harpies. During a fight scene where, in the middle of this fight, Dr. Glenn's helping a harpy freaking birth an egg, Safi apparently admits in her own we hear a monologue that she, while was a prisoner, technically, of Dr. Glenn's, the Litbite family, to make sure trades went well, she was told if things go, shit hits the fan, kill him. And she gets poisoned by a dagger. So she wakes up in the hospital. She tells him that she was trained to fight as an assassin. Doc just goes, yeah, I know. Because the same thing happened on his side. Apparently a mate of his poisoned her. But he didn't care. That was the way he got into medicine, to help her. What'd she do to think? She almost mounts this dude. She takes her... First up, I thought... You see, like, she has skin that's a different color, and not like that stuff. She has, like, purple, maroonish skin. I thought that was, like, a top or something. No, that's her body. It's the scaled, slithery skin of her. She takes off her nurse's outfit. She's fucking naked, basically. Ready to have sex with this boy. She's all high off painkillers. Saying that let's just run away because the doc that employed us or taught us would never allow this. This shit, I swear to God. There's an episode where he helps a giant who has a cold. After he helps her, he falls between her boobs. Of course. That's actually the most tame thing I can think of in the show. He just falls between a giant's boobs. That's the most normal thing. There's an episode where he helps a flesh golem, basically Frankenstein's monster. He stitches her back together properly, and she sounds like she's having an orgasm from stitches. I swear to God. But okay, I'm talking about the weird... Let's talk about some wholesomeness now. In the last few episodes, there's a continuous story, because... In the last, like, 2 or 3 episodes, there's a continuous story of Lady Scotty, the one who made this happen. Lady Draconis also, as Kunai calls her the flesh golem, who is her bodyguard. She is dying because she has basically a tumor that's like acting as a second heart, and you see this thing outside on her body. And Dr. Glenn spends so freaking long getting stuff prepared to help her, but she doesn't want surgery. So thankfully, we have a lot of moments of wholesomeness, of him trying to convince Lady Draconis to get the surgery because it is the right thing to do. It is worth living. She does proceed with the surgery, and it goes off successfully. And the most adorable thing is that after she gives a speech after her successful surgery, she abandons the festival, the celebration of the town, to go see the doctor. In the last episode, it just focused solely on people thanking him, giving him stuff. And even the freaking Minotaur family from the first episode show up again with their baby. I swear to God, that baby, if it's a boy, it better be named Glenn. And if it's a girl, find some Glenda, some shit like that. That would be awesome. But it ends with this celebration of Dr. Glenn and all his friends, all his patients. It's so cute. And again, we have one more talk of Miss Thessalia and their freaking engagement. But also before I get to the end of this, there's another monster. I don't know if she has a crush on Dr. Glenn. She's just nothing. Called Mei, who's a Cyclops. She is the most socially awkward, huggable creature this show ever produces. She is so adorably socially awkward. It hurts. And also, I love what they did with Cyclops by saying that they're easily motion sick because of their lack of depth perception. It's very smart, and I like that kind of stuff. But at the party, Aranya, who is a Spider-Woman, also in love with Dr. Glenn, Livia, Safi, and Miss Thessalia all agree that there's a new competitor in their little game or rivalry for Dr. Glenn's heart. And they all think it is Lady Draconis, because the most adorable thing, she keeps now referring to him as Big Brother Glenn. I swear to God, the voice actress, the character, and the scenario, it's all so cute. I love it. And the show the way the show ends with the last monologue is that it's the classic, the story has just begun. I want and I need a season 2 as much as I need. Okay, weird noises in the front. Sound like fireworks. As much as I need a season 2 to My Dress Up Darling. The animation, the combination of 2D animation, but also with 3D style animation with Safi's legs, Miss Miss Thessalia's movements, and also Laura and Kate, the way they move the horse parts are very creative. Even Dr. Cthulhu, who is the head honcho at the main hospital in this town, who is also the teacher for Glenn Litbite and Saphantite. I don't know why I went with their full names. The 3D animation on her tentacles, it's very good. It's very endearing. It's very awesome to look at. The story, while not much, it's usually the same thing. A problem happens and Doc solves it. It is, if you can ignore all the crazy shit that happens, it is a very good show and very wholesome at that. But if we look into the manga, throughout the show, it's always a little rivalry for Dr. Glenn's heart. That's usually, with what we see, the characters that seemingly have a crush on him are Safi, a mermaid named Lulala, a harpy named Illy, Miss Thessalia, and Aranya. Those are the main ones that are seemingly have a crush on him. Going by the book, he marries Aranya, Safi, and Miss Thessalia, with Miss Lady Scotty Dragoness saying it's legal for that to happen. I might be summing up terribly, but that's what I read, and that just so crazy. The show is not the best way I can describe this show. It goes from 0 to 100 to 50 to 75, back to 25 to 10 to 1,000, like that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this chaotic speech about Monster Girl Doctor update, and I will see you in the next video. I don't know why I kind of turned into Mark's outro there. Bye bye.